Good evening, everybody. My name is Crystal, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good evening. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 7:40 p.m.
So, good evening. I've just come back from taking Max out for the evening walk, and this hot, muggy weather brings on migraines. It does. I've had them since I was 7. And basically, I've had 2 on top of each other. So I had a migraine this morning after I came back from walking Max, and I've had a migraine this afternoon. However, I've managed to get Max outside for his evening walk. Inside this flat, I don't know what the temperature is, but it is boiling. When you come into this block of flats, you can feel the heat. It's terrific. Outside, it's actually quite bearable, but when you come into this block of flats, it feels like you're burning up. So, Alexa, what's the humidity?
Currently, the humidity is 76%.
It's high, it's muggy, but it's worse inside. So I had trousers on when I went outside. There was a cool breeze, but coming here I'm burning up. So I've opened windows. I've got no windows in the bathroom. I've got windows in the living room, and I've got windows in the bedroom. There's no windows in the bathroom. The heat is terrific. It's actually made me feel sick. I mean, it's all right outside. It is actually bearable, but inside it doesn't feel ventilated enough, if you know what I mean. So 10 to 7, I thought, right, if I'm sick outside, I'm sick outside, because sometimes with migraine you're sick, literally. So I grabbed Max, went straight out of the building, I protected my head from the heat, and I walked onto the field, and loads of people on the field this evening, and I just was concentrating on just keeping steady on my feet and walking the dog and nothing else. I didn't take any videos or anything like that. In fact, I left one of my phones at home because phones give out heat as well. So I just carried one of my phones just in case something happened and I needed it, and that was it. And we just walked around the field, and like I said, there was loads of people on the field today. There was the Asian guy keeping fit. There was the old man with the black dog Rena, and there was a few other people walking their dogs. So I wasn't on my own on that field because I felt really rotten, especially this afternoon. And migraines make you feel like really, really tired and exhausted, and I've had 2 in one day. I thought maybe it's got something to do with the smart meter being installed, because I haven't had headaches like this for ages, and I seem to have got sick since that smart meter's been installed. I don't know if it's got anything to do with that, because people that suffer from migraines are sensitive to noises and smells and what have you, so I'm not sure. But something is really, really, really aggravating my headaches. It's making them come on more than usual. So everything was on the field was okay. People going in and out of the co-op. I mean, I had a Deliveroo this afternoon. Waiting for my bank card to arrive. Whilst I was on the field, it said that there was a parcel coming from TikTok to me, and I've actually forgotten what I've ordered, so that'll be a surprise. I think it's an item of clothing. So I've got something coming from the TikTok shop. so it's carrying on till next week, and I do think I am losing a bit of weight. I can feel it, and I need to lose just a little bit more so there isn't a strain on my stomach, because that can make you feel ill. So a couple of weeks time I'm going to get myself some weighing scales to weigh my weight, because I was absolutely shocked at how much weight I've put on, and that is having takeaways every week. That's what it is, and it's not healthy, and perhaps it could be my body readjusting to normality, because takeaway food is fatty, it's full of stodge, it's full of crap, and when I'm miserable I eat, so I'm comfort eating, just stuffing my face full of shit, and also putting myself through stupid relationships, being silly, getting into relationships that aren't real, and right, that's I think I'm doing it myself, attracting men that treat me like shite, and of course that makes you feel terrible, and then you eat even more, don't you? You get when a bloke's just treating you like a sex object, and then you don't see them, meet them, and they're doing this and they're doing that, I just keep eating. So I'm drinking water and I'm eating grapes. I've actually, every time I feel miserable and I would go and eat sweets or crisps, I will eat grapes. Now I did treat myself to some Pringles, but I didn't get a great big pot. I got a small pot, a tiny pot, not a great big pot of Pringles. Because that's it, I'm here on my own. There was I trying to find a relationship with a decent fella. This fella told me he wanted a relationship, and then he kept just being like the rest of them, and then I start eating again to make up for lack of company, really. I sit down in the evenings and I've been eating. So we're going to get ourselves some scales, and we're going to keep our weight under control, because it does have an effect on your body when you're overweight, and I can feel myself heavier, and there's extra weight on my feet. I can feel pain in my feet, in my back, my buttocks and my thighs. So we're just gonna keep sane as well, keep mentally healthy, and not let these idiots get to me where I start shouting and losing my temper. And if people make noise, which they've been making a hell of a lot of noise next door, and some people go down my YouTube, oh, she's got a headache, let's make a load of noise, and it's funny, but it will come back to them, so I don't retaliate. I did yesterday because I was upset. I was upset yesterday. So when they bang on the wall and they run up and down in this heat, you know what? They're not doing themselves any good. I don't know how. I'm boiling. There's no way I could run up and down and bang and make a load of noise in this heat. They'll probably pass out. Just ignore it. They're just childish, mindless idiots. It's like, you know, oh, so-and-so's got a bad leg, let's stand on it. That type of attitude, you know. It won't do them any good. It won't. They go down, I know they do. They go down with TikTok. They go down with my YouTube. and they know what they're doing. And I really don't care, because I don't know who they are, and I don't want to know who they are if they've got that attitude. So I've been out. I'm not complaining about the hot weather, but when it is too hot and muggy, it does make you feel faint and sick. So I've been drinking water, and I've just been trying to keep cool. I think as well, I put the blind up this morning, and I've kept it down this afternoon because the sun can shine right in your eyes, and that can cause a migraine. So Max has had his walk. I've gone out, and now I'm going to try and keep stress free and ignore idiots. Just ignore them. I don't go to work. So the guy upstairs has got to go to work this morning, and it's next door that is making a great terrific noise. It sounds like elephants in a zoo. When I personally had children, I would take my kids out. I would take them on boat trips, and they will remember that. I used to take them on the boat even when my daughter was a baby, and I used to take them to parks, and when they'd be too tired to run up and down and scream and shout, because they would have had a day out, and they wouldn't have the energy to run up and down and sound like baboons in a zoo. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's like someone swinging from the trees or the chandelier. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of things you can do, isn't there? I didn't. I mean, my kids went out. They went out with their friends. That I took them out. And then, they would sit down like civilized kids. Yeah, we would dance and that onto MTV, listen to videos and dance, but we respected the neighbours. We didn't make such a noise that it was affecting the next door neighbours. I don't understand some people. Perhaps they want attention. Perhaps they're banging and screaming and shouting because they want attention, as if they haven't got enough already. I'm by myself every single day, sitting, watching the telly and writing in my journal and whatever. And yeah, it's acceptable to make noise during the day. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you are being malicious and you are doing it to cause somebody upset, then that's not right behaviour, is it? That's where they've got a screw loose. I mean, I don't mind happy noise. I don't mind kids laughing and enjoying themselves, but when they are literally trying to make you ill and doing it on purpose, that's not a way to behave. Why can't they scream and shout in their bedrooms? They've got a balcony as well. Why don't they sit out on the balcony? Why do they have to run up and down and sound like they're chucking things about next to my wall? It's not enough space for them. Perhaps they want to knock through my wall and have my flat as well if theirs isn't big enough. That's that's what happens when you build cages. 15 flats, one on top of the other, like hamster cages. So you get noise from underneath, noise from on top, and noise from side to side. Fortunately for me, the bin store's underneath me, so I've got three sets of neighbours. So I've got one to the left, one to the right, and one above my head. And the bin is underneath. The guy upstairs, I'm underneath him, he's got someone above him, and he's got someone to that side and somewhere to that side. They're not a good idea unless they're soundproofed, and they're not soundproof. I can actually hear my next door neighbours by my wall. I can hear what they're saying, and that's not right. It's not right. It should be soundproof. So if I can hear them, they can hear me. I'm trying to move out. I've gone on to the site. They've got 2 properties available. One is miles out the way. Miles and miles out the way. The property looks nice, by the way. Nice and quiet. But it said suits somebody with a car, because it's miles out the way. The second one didn't allow pets, and Max is my depression buddy, and I'm not going anywhere without Max. So no luck with moving yet, but I'm still continuing to tidy up, and I will move out of here. I will never ever accept a flat in a block of flats again. Never. I was lied to. The woman that showed me around this flat said it was soundproof, and it isn't. You can't trust anybody. So 4 years I've put up with a horrendous noise. I just switch off. There's days where I lose my bloody temper. I'm human. I do get cross. And I've had 2 headaches today, and I've just managed with it. So another evening by myself, because I keep meeting the wrong type of men. Never mind. We will endeavour to just get on with things. Alright, I'm going to grab myself a cup of coffee and try and relax, but I don't mind the hot weather. I'm not complaining. When it's so hot you can't sleep, it's not nice. See you later.